Hi everyone, Jason Fruge here with Frugé-ology. In this mini-series, we talk about my three favorite things, cigars, whiskey, and barbecue, and I compare those to my other favorite thing, which is information security. Today I'm going to talk about barbecue. All of us, when we barbecue, we make too much food. It's just part of the business, right? So we end up with food we can't eat, and we either throw it away, give it away, or freeze it. But when we freeze it, the challenge is then how do you reheat it so that it tastes as good as it did the day you made it? Well, I want to introduce you to sous vide. Sous vide is this great technology. We've got this agitator here. It's circulating the water. I have it set to 155 degrees. This is like a sauna. Here I have a frozen pork shoulder. It's half of a frozen pork shoulder. As you can see, it's rock solid. I'm going to give it a bath for about 3 hours at 155 degrees. This is going to taste as good as the day I took it off the smoker. I'm going to put this in here to keep it from floating up to the surface. Put this on here for temperature control. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about your IT projects, because many of us, due to the pandemic, our IT projects were also put on ice. So let's talk about how to reheat those projects or restore those projects and get things going again. I have a 4-part plan, right? One is reevaluate, the other is resell, reinitiate, and then realize. So let me talk a little bit about each of those things. So reevaluate. There's a new normal. Business is not going to be the same again. And so do you have the right security priorities to reflect the new reality of the way business is operating? It's good to reassess that. It's good to take the reins there and say, should I adjust? Should I adapt? This is an opportunity to do that. Resell. This is where you need to line up with the other executives in the company. Sell them on the importance of your project. Everyone right now is going to be competing for the same limited pool of money, right? Limited pool of budget. If your project is going to move forward, you need to get that consensus among the leadership team that it's a good project and it's good for the business. If you get that, you have a high chance of getting funding. Reinitiate. Even if that project's already underway, but you still put it on ice and it froze, you need to reinitiate. Have a new kickoff meeting, reassess with the team the importance and the purpose of the project. Everyone's going to feel better about spending their time on that project because you have reaffirmed your sponsorship. You've told them, I'm behind this, it's important, I expect these results, etc. Very important for the success of the project. And lastly, realization. I think one of the things that we've all come to see in this pandemic is that the supply chain issues are real. And from an information security point of view, companies' supply chains are more and more reliant on technology. If you use Oracle eBusiness Suite or SAP, your supply chain is probably entirely digital. And it probably has some risks that you're not aware of. I think I can help you with that. If you reach out to me and give me 2 or 3 hours of your time, I can have someone work with you and your company to create a customized business risk illustration that shows you just how vulnerable or secure your digital supply chain is. So take advantage of that opportunity. It's just a small commitment of time on your part, and it can really help make sure that your priorities are consistent with your business priorities. You're securing your organization well. So let's give these 3 hours, and we'll be right back to look at the results. Okay, well, it's been 3 hours. Let's go ahead and see how our pork came out. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. This is very hot. It's 155 degrees, but I'm going to go ahead and take it out. And I'm going to cut open this bag just like this. Ooh, I can already smell that barbecue. Just like the day I took it off the smoker. It's amazing how it preserves that flavor. And I'm going to put on these thermal gloves because it is very hot. And I'm just going to tear it apart. Just pull the pork. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So zoom in there a little bit so you can see how tender that is. I'm just ripping this apart with my hands. It's just it's so tender, so juicy. This looks so good. So I'll go ahead and pull that pork apart, get it ready for a sandwich. And as you can see, I've already staged a little sandwich station here. So I'm going to put some pork on here. And I'll add a little bit of my custom barbecue sauce that we talked about a couple weeks ago. And there we go. Now we've got a perfect pulled pork sandwich. Go ahead and give that a taste. This is going to be delicious. I can't wait. Oh, That is so good. That is how your projects are going to go if you follow my simple method. Thanks for tuning in to Frugé-ology. I'll see you next time. Thanks.